Should work. Okay, cool. We got a new video. Alright, cool. I can stream as much longer as I want now. Alright, cool. Yeah, because I was a little worried, because I was like, okay, we're reaching to that point where, like, YouTube is going to be like, hey, you're getting close to the 12-hour mark, and I don't want that. Don't want that. Let me check on the video right quick before we go and do anything. That was a long video, though. We could have been finished hours ago if I didn't do all the extra side quests. Alright, cool. Alright, and 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. Alright, let's go.
So there's a problem with the ending?
I don't have the ending. It has to be perfect, but I don't have time to figure it out. I don't know what to do. Fuck. I'm so sorry. This whole thing is a fucking mess.
I agree. But we can still figure this out. And what exactly does perfect mean?
The elements of the ending need to come from the story's pre-existing parts. To make matters worse, this is a horror story.
You don't need to tell me this is a horror story.
Right. The ending has to fit the genre if it's going to work. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters.
There must be a way to bring a hero into the story.
If there is a hero, they will ultimately pay a heavy price.
I can't let the horror story take Logan and Casey. They were dragged into this. They need to survive. Non-negotiable.
Not just them. We need to try to save everyone. I have an idea how to help Casey. He's a real person who I twisted into a character. He isn't my creation, so he isn't a suitable host for the Dark Presence. I can write that into the ending to drive that fucking thing out of him.
So the ending has to be earned. Set up by the story. You can't build a case without supporting evidence.
That's the only way to make it stick.
Well, if the ending has to fit the story, this is how I see it. Return is a story about a story that comes true. And I'm a character in this story.
Not just a character. The hero.
Okay, a hero. In any case, I've been through hell to be here. And this is my life. It feels earned to me that I rise above the story and be there to create the ending.
Yes. That's what we're doing. Here, now. We're figuring out the ending I need to write.
Okay.
This isn't Scratch's ending. But this isn't your ending either. This is our ending. You aren't the only one deciding these things anymore.
You're right. I can't do this alone. Every time I write, things only get worse.
You beat this thing back in 2010, Alan. And here you are doing the same again. You're a hero too. We're in this together.
Then let's bring it home.
Okay.
The ending will have to be dark, no matter what. The more people we save, the greater the cost. And the hero must pay the price.
One of the heroes. The scales always need to balance. Fuck it. Let's go with this.
Are you sure?
There's no time for anything better. Scratch could be here any second.
Then that's our ending. I have the clicker. I'll find a way to get it to you.
And I'll get the pages down. See you on the other side.
Okay. Oh, Mr. Door? The hell you want to talk to me for?
This is the first time I've seen a page about Warlindor. Who is he?
A door that stands between two rooms is in both. A door that can lead anywhere is everywhere. That door is the center. He governs the currents of reality.
With all the powers mixed up in this, it's hard to know who's playing who. Opening too many doors. This isn't important right now. I can look into it later.
Not important.
The page describes him moving through the door. How can I do that?
The dark place has many faces and many names. It is a mirror, reflecting all possible realities. The family of doors have the power to shift between these realities, here and elsewhere.
If I can find a way to navigate through this nightmare, maybe I can find a way to get back home.
Warlindor walked across the rain-slicked tiles of Caldera Street Plaza. The rain didn't seem to touch him. He sensed his steps were being observed, documented into the story. He allowed it, this one time for this one reason, to be passed on by his unwilling disciple, to read at the right time. The ocean that was the dark place took
I'm
the
gonna
shape
sleep
of New
so
York City,
good tonight. Woo.
drawn for the mind
But
of
I
Alan
am
Wake.
I'm drawn to
In part
this.
for the writer to navigate his prison, in part to torment him as he struggled to find his way out. Door was not bound by the rules as Wake was. He came and went as he pleased. For now, Door entertained the writer's fantasy, for a purpose known only to him. At the edge of the plaza, he stopped at the door to the construction yard. A poster for his talk show hung there, another part of Wake's fiction. He stepped through, willing it to take him to Parliament
Oh,
Tower
I'm so
Plaza.
hungry. I'm hungry, but I'm surprised. I've been in this chair for literally for 11 hours. Been in this chair, no sleep, nothing. Had a couple of bathroom breaks here and there. Not on myself. I don't know why, but don't think that.
I need to retrace my steps back to Caldera Street Plaza.
I
I
basically
arrived in the dark place
took
through the
breaks here and
fountain.
there though.
Maybe I can leave that way too.
Turn to the subway.
Caldera Plaza is back through the subway. I have to hurry.
Yeah, we try to get stuff done. It was like, back off, freaking ghost guy. Out of my way. You're stuck in the ground. You know you can do about it.
Time for a dip in the fountain.
Oh, we're taking a dip. My bad. How do you know if it was scary or not?
Alan?
Saga, I finished it. The ending we talked about.
I have the clicker. And the bullet of light. Let's do this. I have to be the one to do it.
I feel like I've always been on this journey. Okay. It must end here. This darkness. What lies under the surface now shifts. A play of shadows catching my eye, thrusting my face into the water. He's here. It's shockingly cold. Past the mirror of the surface. And I will say...
Casey?
The end. Scratch! Now! A white, searing light of truth that for a flash pierces the shadows and reveals the hidden horror. And in that moment of silence, the whispered message finally heard. Come on, you motherfucker! Come on! Come on! What if there's nothing waiting to be revealed? The play of shadows fool us all, subterfuge to get our price of admission. Darkness not as a monster, but as emptiness. We're none the wiser. No answers, no truths. The hero turns to look inside, is destroyed by what he sees, and is redeemed. Saga said we're both heroes. I'll pay that price. So will she. We are here to kill the monster. I pray nothing comes after this. Nothing but sleep. This is how we win. Is it too easy? What if this is still the dark place? Another dream to wake up from, always coming back to the beginning. The memory of what came before burned away by this terrible realization. Maybe it's a mercy, forgetting. To know nothing when we loop around, back to the...
Hey.
Is it over? Anderson.
Found truth. Yeah. Did it freaking work? Nah, we skipped it. Did it freaking work?
This part is just for you. After the haunting started, I got in touch with an organization that was still looking into what happened in Bright Falls. I went to their offices and something happened there. After I got home, I could suddenly remember everything. I remembered being trapped inside that lake. A dark ocean with echoes of myself. My fears, my photos. Inside a dark tide of madness. The same events and images looping again and again. And then I saw a light. Your light. You dove in just as I swam out. You never drowned. And you're still there reaching out. That is what the haunting is. I can see you because I've been there too. I chose to come back to the dark place. That is why I put on this exhibition. I had to mislead you so that I could get you to where you needed to be.
Oh,
The only way out of your loop is destruction or ascension. Light or dark. And we've covered the destruction part many times over. And we're getting to the ascension bit by bit. Time means nothing here. You'll still need to go through the loop. But I will keep showing you the images you need to see. The light you need to see. Until you're ready.
Why would she do that?
Alan, I think we're getting close.
Is my wife evil? Why would she do that?
It's not a loop. It's a spiral.
Okay. But why would she want to do that? I don't get her motive on that one. She's like, hey, I decided to come here and show you something. What are we? I'm confused.
Space invader, looking cute in a human suit. Deep press, deep press.
We still do. How many? Yo, how many credits we're gonna have? The final draft? I think it's final draft. I'm assuming that's a new game or whatever. Yeah, let's click on that real quick. What's the final draft? Are we starting over?
Back to the beginning, with the memory of the past loop already fading fast. But while it lingers, I know there's hope. We're not doomed to repeat our failures in an eternal loop. This is a spiral.
Alright, what is this? Holy crap, this game is just saying we're not letting you go.
Poet once said, "Beyond the shadow you settle for, there is a miracle illuminated. I will not settle for a shadow. I'll find the miracle through the night." It's not just victims and monsters. I see now there are heroes as well. We can find our way through the darkness. We will break through the surface. We will emerge into the light.
Wait, I think this is a new game. Plus. Yep. New game plus. All right, cool. I was just wondering. Anyway, yeah, let's just go ahead and put this in the menu. All right. Well, shit. That was out of the way. Oh man. Almost freaking 11 hours of this stream. Good lord. I'm trying to see if there's any more endings that I need to do. No, I don't think I have any more things to do. Hold on, I'm checking. I'm scrolling through, making sure we're not forgetting anything. I'm still tripping. Why would Alice go into the dark place? And what does she mean by like I wanted you to see more, like ascending or whatever? Like, hold on, I'm trying to go here. Like, you'll never drown. You're still there, reaching out. You're still being haunted and everything. I can see you because I've been there too. And she said she went there herself. I chose to come back to the dark place. And it got me thinking, like, wait, we spent through the whole first game to get you out, and now you decide to go back to by yourself. That's why I put this as an exhibit. But why? Why would you do that? I had to mislead you. So you need to be where you need to be. There's no way a loop can be... This is the only way your loop can be destruction or descendant, light or dark. But why? I don't understand. Why would you do that? Because it went from you... We thought you were dead, but no, you decided to go back into that bullshit. I think Alice might be crazy. Well, I know she's crazy because of Scratch, but she's drawn to Scratch, and I'm curious what they're gonna do with Alan Wake 3. What they're gonna do with that kind of madness, because that's just nuts. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, I had to look at the video. Yeah. This was fun. I actually enjoyed Alan Wake 2 better than the first one. I was drawn into the story. It was really entertaining. I like to be perfectly honest, I like this Saga Anderson, good character. I like the Alan's segments. I like both sides of the gameplay. It was great. It was fun. At first, when I first played it, I was a little intimidated by the game because of the puzzles and the surroundings, and because I didn't pay attention. I think I was also intimidated because of the enemies were a bunch of bullet sponges, and then I realized I was shooting the shadows is not them, and then they were still kind of little bullet sponges here and there, but it was not bad. I kind of got used to it. Soon as I realized that enemies kept respawning randomly, I was annoyed at first, and then I realized I could just run past them and just keep moving forward and not give a shit about them. I could just do that and save ammo and save my time instead of just fighting everybody. So I think that was pretty neat. Yeah, I like the story. It was pretty cool. I was drawn in. I like the reference from the past games from Alan Wake 1. That was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed the story. The DLC was fun. It was fun. I think the first which one? Can I go to expansion? I thought Night Springs DLC was pretty good. Like, I freaking love #1 fan of the North Star Time Breaker. This was good. But Lake House, I hated it. I'm sorry. I despised Lake House. Did not like it. It overstayed its welcome. It was pretty boring. The enemies were annoying. The boss fight was not fun. I had less ammo and less health. I just felt bored. I did not like Lake House. It was not fun. So, no thank you on that one. I will take Night Spring over because Night Spring was really fun and I enjoyed it. Even though there was a lot of reference because every Night Spring kept just relating straight to Alan Wake at the end every time, which was pretty interesting. And Lake House did the same thing too, but you know, it was just still boring. But yeah, I liked it. I'm kind of confused with the control girl and in Quantum Break thing. I haven't played those games yet. I may have to play those games to understand what's going on. Why is control so related to Alan Wake for some reason? Because I was kind of lost at that point because of those DLCs. So I may have to play control one day to understand the story. And Quantum Break, which is, you know, probably not related because, you know, Xbox kind of controlled that game now, and Remedy doesn't own the rights to that game for some reason, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But I'm still going to play that game anyway. I will be playing Max Payne, all of them, soon on the channel one day. But yeah, like I said, Alan Wake 2 it was a journey. It was a fun journey. I loved it. I will have to give it a 9 out of 10. You know what? Nah, fuck that. 10 out of fucking 10. I freaking love. There were so many good moments, like the freaking the musical part. That shit was great. I love the musical one. I love the combat. I liked everything about the. It was good. Good game. DLC what? But yeah, that DLC, that one DLC, 2 out of 10. Hate that one. But the other expansions, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 on those. They were fun. Worth the money. I will say it's worth the money to buy if you care about, you know, if you're having fun, because you know you get these expansions, that's cool, and you also get the cosmetics like, you know, suiting up your gun and making your character look good or whatever. Like you get these, I guess. So that's pretty neat. But yeah, overall, yeah, I'm done. This was a fun project. I'm glad I finally get to finally play and beat Alan Wake for the first time. Alan Wake 2 for the first time. I'm glad I did it. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing next for the next project for the rest of Spooky Month. I don't know. We will see. I'm probably going to be playing Pac-Man. I'm probably going to be doing something else, something spooky. We'll see. Excuse me. We'll see what I'm going to come up with next for Spooky Month. I don't know what it is. I'll find something. I'm probably going to be playing some board games with my friends later tonight. We'll see. Or I'm probably just going to be skipping out and just going to take a good ass sleep tonight. Because holy shit, I streamed for 8 hours on Monday. And I streamed for literally almost 12 hours for this stream. So, good lord, I'm probably going to take a break. But I would like to say thank you for the raid for Emmett. Emmets for the raid, thank you. Thank you everybody that's been coming by for the subscription. T1000 Immortal Kombat, thank you for the follow from earlier, really appreciate it. I'm just gonna say thank you to everybody that's been hanging out, lurking, watching me for 12 hours. I really appreciate it. Thank you. If you haven't been around, please go through my social medias and stuff like that. Check out my social medias. I'm mostly active on all of them. In the chat or in the description. Hit that follow button, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button on Twitch or YouTube. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I have Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Wait, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Discord, and a YouTube channel and a Twitch channel. So please follow all that because I'm really active on all of them. And yeah, have a good day. Have a good night. Happy birthday. Be safe out there. Be nice to each other. And I'll see you guys next time in the next video or in the next stream. Good night, everybody.